Walk with me, I'll take you to the portal or whatever.
Hey, how's it going? Originally for today's video, there was going to be a bit of a different things, right? One, I wanted to be a little bit more Christmas themed since this is going to be the last video of the year, and two, Christmas is literally like next week. And also, second thing I wanted to do, of course, was my top 10 video that I want to do. But this time coming around, something else came up that kind of prevented me from doing that. Something else that I really wanted to talk about on this channel that I kind of avoided for a long time for the sake of my own integrity. But it's just too comical and it's too concerning to ignore. So yeah. So, if you didn't know, recently, everybody's favorite controversial hip-hop figure, Kanye West, has returned. And, of course, with him being a controversial figure, he did not return in such a positive light. And, of course, with all of his, whatnots going on, he's also dropping a collaborative album with R&B singer Ty Dolla $ign. But, hey, you can't have a Kanye project without a little bit of drama. And Kanye's antics on his Instagram live, I think we've all seen it by this point. If you watch this channel, you more likely know what I'm talking about. Mind you, I am no psychiatrist. I didn't go to school for that. But I am a dude who clearly knows when somebody's going a little bit off the fucking rails. And when looking at Kanye in this latest IG live, I am definitely seeing somebody who needs to be sitting in a straitjacket. But if you're out of tune, like a couple of days ago, Kanye West went on Instagram live and basically he did like this lengthy 10-minute yapping rant on like Jews and, just conspiracy theories and his kids, and like then he wants to be all neo-African and talk about the success of black people. A lot of things that he doesn't really stand on and a lot of things that he definitely does stand on. And going through it, it definitely showed something that, one, he needs to stop surrounding himself with yes men. And two, the downward spiral that he's going to, it's as if he's just willingly doubling down even more because he just feels as if he's right. And, everybody else is crazy. So, of course, I got some notes. I wrote some notes down on my phone for y'all, you know what I mean? Just in case a lot of y'all got some listening comprehension skills. So, of course, he makes a pretty lengthy threats, you know what I mean? Of course, when he was talking about people that was surrounding him about the money, he brought up Mike Rubin, who I suppose is like some sort of music mogul, whatever guy who I guess has connections or whatever. I really don't give a shit. But I guess he said he wanted to smack the shit out of him. I thought that was pretty funny. I don't know who Mike Rubin is. I'm not going to hold you, so I kind of don't give a shit how he feels about that. If he does just happen to smack Mike Rubin, I don't know. That's just funny as shit. I hope they catch it on camera. In one point that definitely kind of killed me, that kind of signified that this guy's kind of going off the rails, is that he said that he was on his Farrakhan Don shit right now, bro. Like, not even joking. He said that word for word, bar for bar. Now if you don't know who Farrakhan is, let's just say he's not a cash money figure if you actually read a book. He is the head of the Nation of Islam group here in the United States, which is, they're not very fond of, well, basically anybody that's not black. And I'm not a big fan of that group. I don't support them. I don't support Farrakhan. It's been a long-winded suspicion that Farrakhan has also assisted in the death of, the civil rights activist Malcolm X, which I don't think is very cash money. And it's funny too, because when he was bringing up his rants, he also brought up the whole Meg Thee Stallion, getting shot in the foot thing. And what was so funny to me was the fact that he forgot who Tory Lanez was, which I thought was comical. The dude literally had to point off camera and be like, yo, who's that dude who shot Megan the Foot? Like, who the fuck does that? I thought that shit was hilarious. I feel like that was kind of just a good showing of, like, Kanye kind of just doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Because he kind of bounced between, like, oh, his kids, and then, oh, like, the world's against him, and then, oh, like, everybody hates him, and, oh, like, everybody's out there for his money, but, oh, no, I got my dogs with me, but, oh, no, I don't have my dogs with me. And it's like, does he even know what he's yapping about? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It feels like this guy's just, like, breathing and speaking for fun sometimes. Like, I feel like he's just getting out his intrusive thoughts all at once, and the people who are surrounding him, clapping and cheering this shit, like, don't even realize it. They're kind of just there because, just status. They just want to be there for the moment because it's Kanye. Then he also goes on like some sort of like conspiracy theory rant. He's talking about like how there's pyramids in like Missouri, there's pyramids in St. Louis where all the Jews be at. which I'm not gonna lie, if there really is like a big ass pyramid in St. Louis, I kind of want to go. I want to see that, because like the only pyramid I know in the United States is the Bass Pro Shops in Memphis, Tennessee, which I would totally love to go see. But aside from that, if there are some other pyramids in the United States, if somebody wants to inform me of those, I will totally take the trip to see where all the Jews go to plot world domination. I hope they have like membership cards. I would like to get one, right? He starts ranting about like Trump and politicians and everything like that. You know, he just really starts bouncing around here. You know, he's talking about how Trump, and you know, he tried to be cool with us and stuff like that. And when he says us, he's conveniently talking about the black community. And I say conveniently because do you really think somebody like Kanye actually gives a rat's piss about black people? I mean, dog, you're sitting in a room filled with non-black people ranting about black people problems and how much you don't like Jews, just for all these non-black people to co-sign you as if they would actually understand or relate to you. So I don't really think you actually give a shit about black struggles. You only care about your own personal struggles. You know, it's kind of like how he wanted to bring up my black kids whenever he was going through the divorce with Kim Kardashian. Like, that actually mattered before. Like, you know, it's not like he's the first and only one to do this. You know what I mean? You tend to see this thing a lot with like a lot of like really rich black celebrities. It's less about black people for them. It's more just about their own personal ideals and status quo. They just tend to be lucky enough to be a minority to be able to use that as a crutch towards whatever kind of bullshittery they're spewing or bullshittery they're promoting or whatever the hell they're trying to put out there into the world that nobody that if they weren't black would actually give a shit about. But yeah, he was talking about Trump not being affiliated with us, you know. He was saying like, oh, well, just because you got a mugshot now doesn't mean you're with us. Well, Kanye, what the fuck does that mean? I mean, of course, Trump will never be just affiliated with black people, you know, fuck Trump, right? But it's like, I don't really think a mugshot would have approved that in the first place. And then he's saying like, you got to free Larry Hoover, which is like, I don't really get, why would we want Larry Hoover freed? I mean, because if y'all remember that whole free Larry Hoover concert that Drake and Kanye did to act as if they like patched things up when in reality they kind of didn't, and they just wanted to take some money from people and use it as a marketing ploy. Yeah, let's just keep it a buck. I don't really think we need to have Larry Hoover freed. I mean, the guy's in ADX Florence for a reason, which if you don't know what ADX Florence is, it's the only, 6-level supermax prison in the United States. It's literally where the people who are deemed a danger, a threat to society, to American society, those are where the people go, you know, literal terrorists, you know, drug lords, crime lords, you know, the Unabomber, so on and so forth, you know what I mean? So I don't really think we need to have Larry Hoover freed. I think that guy can stay right there, and I don't know, like, he can rot in prison. I really don't give a shit, right? And I feel like thinking that freeing Larry Hoover would automatically make Trump cool with us, per se, you know, the black community, I don't really think that's very cash money, personally. When Trump freed Lil Wayne, I didn't give a shit then. When Trump freed Rocky from Sweden, I still didn't give a shit about Trump then, because last time I checked, black celebrities or black people who are notable in certain sections of history, such as Larry Hoover, they are not the people who influence my life. Black people are not a monolith, the last time I checked. I don't give a shit about any of those people. So, I don't know what the hell that was. But then once again, he calls out everybody in a room for not actually fucking with him, and you're only there because like, haha, Kanye, and you're just there just to put stuff on your IG, which I just thought was so surreal. It felt in a sense so dystopian, because everybody in the room was basically proving his point, because people were literally just clapping and cheering like a bunch of fucking Sims. You know what I mean? Just, woo, yeah, Kanye, call us out. Call us a bunch of dick riders. That's basically what they were doing, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. Like, the camera lady was so funny to me, because she was literally just straight dick riding the entire time. Yes, Kanye, you're so smart. Kanye, daddy, please, like, please buy me a house. I want to be the next Bianca. Like, that's basically what she was saying. The people that are surrounding Kanye right now, I feel like are very clearly just there because he's just an in the moment kind of person. Like, it kind of just gotta be around. They know he still has a following, regardless of whatever he says. It's the outrageous part of him that kind of makes the, that kind of makes the attention and makes the money. So of course people are still just gonna be out there fucking with him regardless. And another thing he said that kind of killed me, because see, the camera lady, as I said, she was dick riding hard, right? She would never shut up. All she did was yap, 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 and meat ride, bro, licking his balls. I couldn't believe it, right? This man Kanye was killing me, because he was literally just like, be quiet before you get exiled. Like, this man was like Gandalf or some shit. Like, he was about to banish her ass to the Shadow Realm. That shit was so funny. That shit would have definitely threw me off if a nigga told me he was gonna exile me. Like, nigga, this ain't Survivor, nigga. Like, and I said it before, like, people just kept actively cheering him. Kanye's the GOAT. He's so smart. He's so philosophical. But it's like, if you actually listen, really sit through and listen through that entire 10-minute rant and tell me what the actual hell this nigga was talking about. I don't know what this nigga was talking about. All I heard was the word nigga. This man said the N-word like 30,000 times, and that shit was killing me, dog. Like, I really don't know what this man was talking about. And of course, at the end, remember the camera lady and all that dick riding she was doing? Yeah, she got exiled. She got kicked out. She got exiled, and I thought that shit was hilarious as hell. This man Kanye literally just told her just to get out and go home. But that's basically what was the rundown of like the 10-minute rant that he was going on. Of course, it just seems like absolutely nothing has changed about Kanye. It feels as if he's doubling down more on the hateful imagery and rhetoric that got him in trouble in the first place, which I just think is such a bruh moment. But at the same time, I guess when you're in this deep, the only thing you can really do is double down, right? But yeah, I just, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Sorry I couldn't do my top 10 video this year. You're gonna see it at the beginning of next year, first Monday of the year, you know what I mean? So y'all just stay tuned for that. I want to thank y'all for watching. I gotta go get Christmas presents for y'all. Better yet, go on, tell me what you want for Christmas right now. Alright, buddy, I'll keep that on tabs. I just need you to do for me one thing, right? Write down your address for me and just count to 5 and I'll be right outside your window. But aside from that, yeah, I gotta bounce. I just want to say thank y'all for supporting my content for this past year. I don't feel like y'all really understand the life that y'all changing. And, with every comment and every like, y'all really motivating a dude to really keep going on this shit, man. Even though I'm literally just a dude in my room just talking about music shit, I want to thank y'all, man. Shout out to all my collaborators, Bryce Fitz, 108 Mics, shout out to all my IRL supporters, and shout out to all my YouTube supporters, man. I'll see y'all next year, man. It's been beautiful. Peace.
Alright guys, so it looks like I could finally wrap everything up and just say thank you for supporting my content this past year. It's been a hell of a ride, and I wouldn't be able to make any of my endeavors happen without your support. So y'all have a good Christmas, happy Hanukkah, and I'll see y'all on January 1st. Peace.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Oh, cow?
Okay.
Wow, bro, you should.